going to be speaking
Chat, this
on
water's
some
like 3 days old.
prehistoric paperwork that hit the internet that I'm not even responsible for.
Bro, he said prehistoric paperwork. Nah, nah, chat, that's lit. That's lit. That's going to be the title on YouTube, too, when I do my YouTube video. Larry Hoover's prehistoric paperwork. Clips. Oh! 1090 Jake back with another one. 1090 Jake back with another one. Yo, Al, what up, my boy? Bikini Bottom, what up? 1090 Jake finds 1968 news article of Larry Hoover snitching on 2 rivals that shot him.
Fooling my boy.
Chat, that's still y'all guy? Is that still y'all guy, yes or no? Is that still y'all guy, yes or no?
Why still free Larry Hoover?
Huh? Write in the chat.
Still free Larry Hoover.
Why still Larry Hoover? You gotta write in the chat, gang.
1090 Jake is fake.
No, 1090 Jake ain't fake. He finding all the shit. Chat, y'all really mad at Jake because he finding all the shit. Y'all look, y'all looking up the Larry Hoover so much that y'all gonna disregard the article. Y'all are yes or no? Are y'all gonna disregard the allegations? No. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because it's a lot of picking and choosing going around now. Like, it's a lot of picking and choosing. A lot of y'all favorite people's rats. Shout out to the rats out there, man. Let's see what's going on. Here go the article, chat. There go the article. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more, chat. Oh, this is the article, chat. We gotta read it. We gotta read it.
1090 Jack got a statement on his name from when he was a teen. He should NT be talking.
Bro, he was like 14 years old, bro. He
so
was
you
14.
Gonna believe an article?
He was 14 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna believe an article. What you talking about? The article's in black and white from 1968. Before clout chasing and all that shit was a thing. This is a real article. Let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Snitching is snitching.
Snitching is snitching. But what, bro? A kid? Y'all gotta remember the crimes that these people commit is wrong. Like,
new isn't real, big dog.
What? New isn't real.
A kid that was gang involved.
Well, he a snitch. If he a snitch, he a snitch. But look, I don't care. I think y'all got assuming that I'm picking sides in this shit. I don't pick sides like y'all. I don't pick sides. I don't care who's ratting or not. I think all gangsters should go to hell. I think all the people causing bad shit in the community should go to hell. But let's read the article. Let's read the article. Let's not lose our heads, all right? Let's read the article. All right? Let's go. We're going to read.
Just gives the facts.
Yeah, I'm just giving the facts. I'm not picking sides. I don't pick sides, bro. Let's read the article. Police arrest 2 in shooting of 3 students. So let's get this straight, chat. Larry Hoover's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. Now, I get it. Y'all fans of him. I don't know why. I really don't get why y'all like this guy. He's a criminal, right? Police arrest 2 and shooting the 3 students, right? Gang rivalry blamed for violence. So, remember y'all used to say the BDs and GDs or whatever started in the 60s. Right. It started in the 60s to help with what? Racism, right? Right? KKK, things of this nature, right? Now, this ain't got shit to do with the KKK right here. This is gang violence. This is black on black. This is gang violence right here. This ain't got nothing to do with KKK. So y'all might as well just get that shit out. I don't care what the purpose of the gang was when it started. I don't give a damn. Right? So anyway, let's go. Let's talk about it. 3 youths were shot down yesterday in Parker High School, 6800 Stewart Ave, in what police described as a continued battle between 2 rival street gangs. At this time, 1968, they were already known as street gangs, killing each other. Not a KKK in sight, chat. Not a KKK in sight, chat. Right? Look, chat, I'm just going to give y'all the real spill, holy Phil. Ron, what up? Y'all boy Larry Hoover a rat. He's a rat, and he been a rat. And y'all been riding his coattail for long enough. And I'm here to expose it, all right? So, minutes after the shooting, police arrested 2 suspects in the 6300 block of Emerald Avenue. The pair, James Highsmith, 18 years old, of 6534 Emerald Ave, and Leonard Longstreet, 20 years old, of 633 West 62nd Street, were charged with aggravated battery for appearance today in South Boys Court. Damn, these names is out of control. Why you South Boys? Why is your court name like whatever? Witnesses identify pair. Inglewood policeman George Brown said the 2 were identified by the victims in St. Bernard Hospital and several other witnesses. The 3 youths, all shot in the leg, are Mildred Civil, 15. These are kids, chat. These are kids, right? 15 years old. I'm going to skip the address. Larry Hoover, 18. He's an adult. And Louis Jackson, 15, right? 6815 May Street. Brown said Miss Civil and Jackson were bystanders. All 3 are students in the school. Highsmith and Longstreet are not. All right. Brown said Hoover is a member of the Supreme Gangsters gang, and the pair charged with the shooting are East Side disciples. The shooting occurred outside the offices of school principal Miss Saxton. This is her testimony. This is her statement right here. First, I heard gunshots. This is the principal's testimony, chat. Larry Hoover's a rat. Hold on, chat. Gotta put this in caps. Larry Hoover is a rat. All right, just had to update that real quick, chat. Let me throw some music on. All right, I'm not gonna play that song because I don't want this shit to get taken down, chat. First I heard gunshots, then the students started screaming in the hall. She said, when I got out of there, the children were sprawled on the floor. Hoover told police the 2 walked past me in the hall, and Highsmith smiled. Then Longstreet said, burn him. Damn, niggas said burn him. Yo, burn him. Chat. He said, burn him. He looked at Larry Hoover in his face and said, burn him. Right? Highsmith pulled a gun and started shooting. I got hit. That's Larry Hoover saying, I got hit. Right? Police go to home. Brown and his partner, policeman Boyd, arrest Highsmith in front of his house. Chat, mind you, Larry Hoover's an 18-year-old adult at this point. He's 18 years old right now, chat. Police seized Longstreet less than a block away as he got into his car. Both were unarmed. Brown said they went to Highsmith home after all the kids. Chat, Larry Hoover ratted. Larry Hoover ratted. Right? Let me see. But did he testify? We need to find out if he testified in court, chat. Did he testify in court? Police seized Longstreet less than a block away. Blah, blah, blah. Brown said they were paid out of the bond. Waiting. Police arrested Gregory Williams, 17, who was caught carrying an automatic pistol in the school hall. Damn, they had switches back then? Chat, there was switches back then? Member Supreme Gangsters. As police sought the pair, Inglewood policeman David Oglesby was arrested. Houston Taylor, 15, in the Yale Upper Grade Center. Chat, there was switches back then, bro. He said moments after answering a police call, shots were fired in school. Taylor was turned over to juvenile officers. Later, the 2 teenagers were arrested in the school where they were seen hiding 2 loaded pistols in some bushes in front of the school. Damn. They were Leonard Curry, 15, and Anthony Allen. Damn, them boys was hitting back then, bro. In the 60s, they was 1960s hitters. Bro, that's crazy. Automatic pistols in the 1960s, they was on a James Bond shit for sure. Turned over to juvenile officers. Brown said there were kids have fight in the streets all summer. Today they brought their guns to school in case of trouble. And all 3 guns were seized. Police are searching for a .32 caliber revolver. Believed Haven had been in the Park High School. All right, boom. Let's see. Don't be misled by these all right, that's whatever. Police arrest 2 in the shooting. This is the entire article, chat. So y'all know it's not capped. This is the entire article. You see they selling furniture. They got some beds in there. They got some bunk beds for $89, bro. Nah, they got some sales popping. 1950s was lit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A nice couch like that, $59.95. Chat, give me that. Give me a time machine. Give me a time machine, chat. Larry Hoover. Here we go. Hoover told police. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So y'all know it's no cap. That's the dude. Look at the dude in the back throwing it up. Chat. Hoover told police the 2 walked past me in the hall. Highsmith smiled. Then Longstreet said, "Burn him." He said, "Burn him." Pulled a gun and started shooting. I got hit. Larry Hoover, 18 years old, identified 2 shooters. He identified 2 shooters. Red, this is not a laugh. I'm all for this, Red. I'm all for this. I'm gonna expose it. Larry Hoover is a rat. Chat, how y'all feel y'all savior is a rat? How do y'all feel that y'all savior is a damn rat? Huh? Let's see if we can find some. Trump said he considered pardoning Diddy. That's what I like. This is what I like to hear, chat. Free the real. Free the real. Trump said he considered pardoning Diddy if he's being mistreated. I like to look at what's happening. He used to really like me a lot. I like the sound of that, chat. We like that. We like that. Free Diddy. Free Diddy here, chat. Free Diddy. We like that. We love to hear that. But let's go at YouTube, all right, and look for Larry Hoover ratting. Snitch. Ugh. They wanted to free him, chat. And the sentence founder told being shot. Let's go.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090J, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking
this
on
water's
some
like 3 days old.
prehistoric paperwork that hit the internet that I'm not even responsible for.
Bro, he said prehistoric paperwork. Nah, chat. That's lit. That's lit. That's gonna be the title on YouTube too. When I do my YouTube video, Larry Hoover's prehistoric paperwork.
I checked it, and in this video, we're gonna be speaking on Larry Hoover identifying 2 rival gang members to police that shot him.
Wow.
Tell him, bro. Who free, bro? My mother, he free. Who? Larry Hoover, he free, bro.
Oh, hell no. I know he ain't just say that shit. I know he ain't just say his king is free. A old nigga, 60-something years old, said his king is free. His king. Ain't no fucking way.
Tell him, bro. Who free, bro? My mother, he free. Who? Larry Hoover, he free, bro. Yes, sir.
Ah, Larry free. They mad that we is GD. Ah.
Free them gangsters. Free Larry Hoover.
Now, President Trump just gave the presidential middle finger.
What is going on in society right now, chat? They having a party that Larry Hoover is free, a gangster, a bad guy. They are having a party that he's free. One grown 50-plus-year-old man just said that his king is free. He just called another man his king in 2025. We ain't from England, chat. We in America. We in America. A black man just called another black man his king.
That anyone who ever called him racist, after not only pardoning NBA YoungBoy
Straight
who's
up,
about to
my
go
king
on a
is
mega
free
tour,
law.
but commuting the sentence of the Larry
Sarabi,
Hoover.
you saw that? Did you just hear what he said? He said his king is free. His king. Nah.
His name is Larry Hoover. He's the reputed leader of the black gangster Disciples street gang, one of the largest in the nation. For 20 years, he's been locked behind prison walls because of a murder conviction. This week, he goes before the state parole board, and he could soon be a free man.
Done my time. I paid my debt to society. Anytime you do a extensive amount of time, it could have two.
Chat, look at his hair. Look at his hairstyle. Look at him. Bro, this is in the 90s, gang. He been locked up for 30 plus more years after this. It's crazy.
Effects. It can.
How old is he?
It can make you think.
Hold on.
And I've thought.
Now, for those that don't know, Larry Hoover is the founder and former leader of the Gangster Disciples, a major street gang based in Chicago that spread from the Midwest, dominating parts of the South, and even reaching out to the Northeast.
Bro, he's 74 years old.
Many prominent rappers are members of the Gangster Disciples, while other rappers have been known sworn enemies to the Gangster Disciples. Larry Hoover, a kingpin, gang lord, murderer.
Chat, nah, that hairstyle is wild. He put that conk. He got real conk in his hair. He got conk in his hair. Like, you crazy. Yo, Kyle, this is insane. Yo, Deadshot, what up, my boy? Welcome in. Yo, Terran, appreciate you. Yo, he has conk in his hair. That's the shit they tried to wash out of Malcolm X hair in the X movie.
Is a man whose name has held power for over 50 years. But today, his legacy is in question as the unthinkable has happened.
It should always be.
Remo from No Jumper would post to Instagram a photo of what appears to be prehistoric paperwork, detailing a shooting in which Larry Hoover himself was the victim. Parker High School sat in the Inglewood neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. On September 4th, 1968, it was the first day of school, and it would be turned to a crime scene. Leader of the Supreme Gangsters, 18-year-old Larry Hoover informed the police that he was standing in the school hall just outside the principal's office when two members of the East Side Disciples appeared. They were identified as 18-year-old James Highsmith and 20-year-old Leonard Longstreet, and they did not go to Parker High. Hoover told police the two walked past me in the hall, and Highsmith smiled. Then Longstreet said, "Burn him," and Highsmith pulled a gun and started shooting. I got hit. Larry...
Chat, they said, "Burn him." Paperwork don't lie, chat. Paperwork do not lie. Paperwork don't lie. This is, and like he said, this is prehistoric paperwork from 1968. What's your excuse?
Hoover,
that nigga snitched 50-something years ago, gang. And you niggas out here calling him y'all king.
Disciples creation flat out told the police two rival gang members entered his school and shot him. Bullets struck
bro, they was
other students,
15,
both
bro.
15 years old. Larry and the two others were all shot in the legs and rushed to a hospital. Only minutes after the shooting, police arrested the two gang members who were out on bond for two separate shootings.
Damn.
A Cook County grand jury would indict the two men on charges of aggravated battery on Larry Hoover. Now this is going to piss a lot of people off.
Look at these niggas.
But before I do that, I wanted to confirm whether this was even true. Because this didn't seem to be an arrest report. This looked like a newspaper clipping.
Yo.
So I dug into the Chicago Tribune dating back 57 years ago. And what I found was page 14 of the Chicago Tribune from September 5th.
Paperwork can't lie. Paperwork can't lie. Let's go 1090, Jake. I like this. I like this.
1968.
Chat, make sure y'all share the live. Share the live.
The article was titled, police arrest 2 in shooting of 3 students, gang rivalry blamed for violence. 3 youths were shot down in Parker High School in what police described as a continuing battle between rival street gangs. Inglewood police said the shooters were identified by the victims in the hospital and several other witnesses. The police identified Larry Hoover as a gang member, and again, the article would state Hoover told police who shot him and how it happened. Now this would be considered snitching by anyone following the quote-unquote code. But what about the one who created the code? This was Larry fucking Hoover.
He didn't create the code. See, this is the problem I have with y'all. Larry Hoover did not create the code. The no snitching mob-like code existed with the mob plenty of years before this. 40, 50, 60 years before this. It's been a thing already since the 1800s. Since the early 1900s, it's been a thing. The mob's been around. This was not created. The code wasn't created with black gangsters. They're just copying mob-like code. This code didn't start. Let's just get that straight. These guys in America didn't create any code. This code started long time ago. Irish, Italian, they've been on this. Right? Don't do that. No snitching did not start with Larry Hoover. It started 50, 100 years ago in Italy, Ireland. It been a thing. This thing been a thing. Mob-like code been a thing. Stop it, please.
Founder of the Gangster Disciples. A man whose name is at the top of Chicago gang lore along with Al Capone. And this wasn't...
Yo, I like 1090 Jake. The reason I like 1090 Jake because he just pissed me off just now. But that's what he wants to do, though. That he's so good at what he does. Like, he knows that he didn't create that code. Right? So look, you see, here we go. I wasn't lying. He knows, but he's so good at this shit, his reporting, that you ever seen a YouTube video where they clickbait the shit? The title's like one completely different what the video's about. He just did that within his video. I want to get to that point someday, bro. Like, for real.
The last time he'd be mentioned in a newspaper. 2 years later, it was 1970, and Hoover was one of 3 arrested for gunning down a 19-year-old on 69th.
Damn.
3 years after that, a 24-year-old was kidnapped and shot to death. Hoover would be picked up on a murder warrant, and a week later, a witness set to testify against Hoover was found dead on the south side with 2 holes in the back of his head. It was too late, though. The 26-year-old had already given a deposition to police stating he witnessed Hoover and another man kidnap the victim the day before the victim was murdered.
Hold on, chat.
They dump his body in an alley.
I know you fucking lying. Look at this shit. 2 killers get 150 to 200 year terms. God damn, they was wilding in the 60s and 70s. White serial killers was going insane. In the 70s, white serial killers was going crazy. I didn't even know this gang shit was popping back then like this. I thought it was for the KKK. I thought they built it for the KKK. But it looked like they going at each other in the 60s. Bro, insane, bro.
Allegedly
insane.
Because he was suspected
Yo,
of
Moore, what up, my boy?
Gang supply.
Dorian, what up?
This murder was what took Larry Hoover off the streets of Chicago.
Season, thank you for the
at
share.
age of 23. Deemed a
23 is
ruthless
crazy.
killer who'd been involved in multiple shootings and murders.
So hold on, chat. So basically what we saying here is he was 18. He was 18 when he ratted.
What's goody?
Chilling, man. Doing this Larry Hoover shit right now. Reacting to this Larry Hoover shit. You mean to tell me this is why I don't take this gang shit serious at all? Like, I know they killing shit, but I don't respect it. Look, this dude ratted when he was 18 years old. He ain't get arrested for murder until 5 years later. So he was in the street still doing his thing. Jalen, what up? He was still doing his thing 5 years later when he got picked up by the feds. Can't make this shit up, chat. I'm telling you, can't make this shit up. I be trying to tell y'all.
Hoover was sentenced to 200 years in state prison. While inside...
Nah, they think this nigga's a vampire. They wholeheartedly believe he's a vampire because 200 years? Yo, 200 years? Bro, they like, yo, this nigga gonna come back, bro. I know he gonna come back. I know he gonna come back, bro. I know he gonna. They scared of this nigga. 200 years is crazy.
Hoover continued to lead the gangster disciples, which led to a 17-year federal investigation.
Damn.
In 1995, Hoover was indicted by the feds from state prison and 2 years later sentenced to 6 federal life sentences for conspiracy, extortion.
Wait a minute. They charged the nigga and gave him 200 years to begin with. And in 1995, when he was trying to get out, the feds spun the block and said, yo, we hitting you with 6 more life sentences. We don't think 200 enough. We don't believe that 200 is enough years. We got to hit you with, what's the matter? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1,200 years? 1,200 years, chat. Nah, this is bugging.
Money laundering, drugs,
bro, crazy.
And continuing to engage in a criminal enterprise. Larry Hoover ran the Illinois state prison system like a gangster disciple warden. So the feds took him where he'd be helpless, stripping him of all power. In prison since 1973, Hoover spent nearly 30 years at ADX Florence.
Bro, at this point, 60. He been in jail for 60 years, chat. Bro, come on, bro.
Federal Supermax. His neighbors would be terrorists, mass killers.
Hold on. Oh, I want to give a shout out to you. I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't been paying attention. Shout out to y'all for 20K likes, bro. I appreciate it. We almost halfway to my goal. Appreciate it. I swear to God, I appreciate it. I didn't even realize 20,000 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, bro. Make sure y'all sharing the live. Send it to all y'all people. Let them know I'm going live and I'm acting up today. Today I'm acting crazy today. Reactions all day and I'm acting crazy and I'm calling everybody out.
And cartel leaders. His cell could only hold 1 man. A shower would be brought to his cell. And his mail would be seen through a screen, as physically touching it was too much of a privilege. Larry Hoover, for the last 30 years, has been in a cold concrete hell until now.
Law.
Trump commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover, which led many to believe Hoover was going to be...
Chat, they put him in a cinder block slab for 60 years. Who the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, for the shit he did, for the shit that he did, he deserved to die in jail. Excuse my language. Like, for real. Look what he got going on outside today. He created Lil Durk's, King Von's, the rest of these people, right? On both sides. We're not just talking about the BDs or the GDs. We're talking about all of them. Look what he did. Look at the damage that he did to the community, bro. This is insane. He deserves 1,200 more years.
A free man. Bro. But many fail to realize Hoover was serving 200 years before the feds stepped in, and he has to finish it. A bittersweet victory for those that know him, as he's one step closer to home, being now that he'll be back in Illinois. But at 78 years old, it isn't known how long he has to continue fighting for his freedom. One would assume he'd be treated like a god in Illinois State Prison. The man is a Chicago legend, but one can also wonder, why is it always when someone's about to be released, paperwork comes out of nowhere? We saw the same thing happen with Big Meech, and how everyone, including Meech, thought he'd be welcomed home like royalty, and instead, the former drug lord is doing Instagram.
No, he did get welcomed home by like loyalty by idiots, and then he made a dumb move by going to Rick Ross' house on Star Island, doing whatever the fuck they did at the Diddy party. They did whatever they did. You understand what I'm saying? 50 wasn't feeling that shit. And y'all know what it is. Y'all know 50 not going for that.
Promo.
He fucked that up for himself.
What about the GDs? How are they going to react to reading the clear black and white of Larry Hoover, the very founder of their beliefs, identifying the 2 rival gang members who shot him when he was 18?
He got Diddy.
Does it not count because it was so long ago?
He got Diddy.
Hoover became so powerful, nobody dared talk about his statement without the risk of being killed. As of May 29, 2025, Larry Hoover is no longer in federal custody.
Damn, they freed him.
Illinois Department of Corrections, He's been transferred to Dixon Correctional Center, a medium security prison. Hoover's current release date is October 25th, 2066. Now I'm gonna say this first and foremost, and with all due respect. If you weren't born in the 50s or the 60s or are a direct relative of Larry Hoover, I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Right.
Because if you're one of these GDs that's my age, 30 or younger or even older, talking about why are you talking about it, he don't even know who the fuck you are. This man's been in prison since 1970.
Exactly.
So you can save all that gangster shit. I don't want a bunch of pitchforks emojis on my fucking Instagram. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But it's very interesting that this paperwork came out of nowhere, right? I don't know who had this shit. I don't know if the Stones was holding it. I don't know if somebody was waiting for it.
They said no jumper.
But they literally waited until
the Crips, bro. Whack 100
got commuted.
Whack 100 and them Crip niggas down at no jumper. You know they be having shit. They always have shit. They keep it for, you know, Sophie. What's up, Sophie? They keep the paperwork for dark times, chat. Y'all know they keep the paperwork for dark times.
Which nobody expected.
Harry, what up, Harry's house?
This shit hits the internet. I didn't do it. I don't know where it came from. But I looked into it, and yes, I found multiple articles detailing what took place. And that's what happened. Larry Hoover got shot on his first day of school. He's most likely a senior since he was 18. Two rival gang members walked into school and shot him out front of the principal's office. That's some gangster shit. If this doesn't make you look at Chicago,
bro, that's
holy fuck,
scary.
It's been like that forever. This was
Nah, that's not gangster. That's scary. That's scary shit. Like, that's not gangster, bro. But I guess if you gonna go, if you living that life, if you moving like that, then you moving like that. You grooving like that. Whatever, right?
was in the 60s.
Yeah.
They're walking in schools with guns and popping off in the fucking hallway. This shit was like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have took the principal out too. And I would have cooked Hoover. I would have cooked him. Why would you shoot him in the leg? Like,
Today
I would have
is my concert. Guns down, gloves up.
Nah, guns down, glove. No, guns up, gloves down. Don't touch me. Don't put your fucking hands on me. You put your hands on me, guns is going up for sure, for sure. Legal guns, though. Legal guns. Self-defense only. Self-defense only, chat.
The principal is wild.
I would have took that principal out. Why y'all leaving so much witness? I don't be understanding. Like, ain't no guilt in this world that could get me to like really be on some like, yo, you don't deserve it. Look at you, you catch eye contact with me, you see me catch that body, and I let you live, you crazy. You lost your mind. I'm taking you out. Whoever. If you live in that gangster life, live it 100%, because you niggas be trying to live it 30%, and y'all be getting cooked because of that, because y'all be having mercy in this shit. There's no mercy in the gangster world. You're not supposed to have no mercy in the gangster world. It's because of that mercy is why he's in jail today. Or, well, he's a rat today. Because you were supposed to take that principal out. And then when them little niggas, after you caught that body, you were supposed to body that. Bro, you take the witness out immediately. Don't wait till later. You kill the witness way too late. Like, you a clown.
He got hit with a 32. Just probably why he survived. But then apparently Hoover went on a killing spree and was just smacking shit. And you gotta understand, Hoover got taken off the street at 23 years old.
Yep.
This man was a certified smacker.
Demon.
Leader. But unfortunately,
at least he led with what he said.
He's also what?
He'd
be considered a snitch, right?
A screech.
He identified the two people that shot him, and they were rival gang members. And the police went to their house and got them. Now, he wasn't the only one that identified them, but he did. And there's nothing that can really, there's not an excuse for that. You know what I mean? There's nothing that somebody can say that's like, because people will say all types of things as snitching. That's way less than what this is. I don't think there's a current rapper to this day that could identify the two people that shot him by name and say what gang they're a part of.
6ix9ine did it.
Not be shunned.
Free 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine did it. Shout out to him.
Like I said, I don't really give a fuck though. Do I think the GDs are gonna disown Larry Hoover? No. But I'm interested in seeing how this does play out because conversations are gonna happen over this. This is the man that literally
I can't wait.
Gave an entire nation basically their codes to live by. You know what I mean? And
idiots.
You know, Gangster Disciples, growth and development, what it turned into is more so a positive movement, but it's a gang at the end of the fucking day. What does that have to see?
Who the fuck said? Hold on, he's capping. See, this is what I be saying, chat. He's lying. The Gangster Disciples ain't turning no growth and development, this, that, and the third. They still whacking shit out there. They whacking shit all over the country. They murdering people at very high rates right now. What is he talking about? This is what I be talking about. They be lying. Dro, what up, Dro? This is what I be talking about. They be lying. They be making excuses for these thugs, bro. They love making excuses for these gangster niggas, bro. It ain't turning no growth and development, bro. Like, they killing shit. Currently killing shit. What up, Dro?
Development, what it turned into is more so a positive movement, but it's a gang at the end of the fucking day.
He's lying.
What does that have to see?
I know GDs today. That all they do is, that's all they do. Rob, in and out of jail every few weeks, every few months. I know him. He's lying. It's not no growth and development, positive movement. That's a facade, bro. Them niggas is still dropping shit. They still killing shit. They deserve.
Man, what agenda you pushing today?
Let me know y'all.
Q, what up?
Comment section.
Q,
I never knew you could get.
Q, it's not even me, bro. It's these niggas. They lying, Q. They lying. They talking about the Gangster Disciples is a positive movement now. I know GDs right now that they in and out of jail. Every time I look on Facebook, they in and out of jail. Yo, free me. Yo, free me. Free me. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. But they be throwing the pitchforks up and down and all around town. He talking about it's a positive movement. He lying. These niggas be lying, bro.
That goes
Stop listening to niggas you hear online, except for me. Right?
And, you know,
except for me.
I have the news clippings in this video. Y'all can see it. Y'all can look at it yourselves. It ain't a secret. It's been out for fucking 57 years. So
Bro is doing piano
let
signs.
me know y'all thoughts
Bro,
in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with
Niggas be
me.
moving. They be like, yo, hey, nigga, you ain't real, nigga. I'm real. I'm real. I'm the realest. Skilla Baby's top op.
Man.
Survived 25 plus shots. Get the fuck out of here. You survive 25 shots. You go back to the streets. You deserve it. Wait a minute. Phantom and Castanet reunited.